Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm in Hollywood. I'm going to be staying on Hollywood Boulevard at an iconic Hollywood hotel, spending one night in the Marilyn Monroe suite. Join me as I check out some Hollywood history. Okay, just arrived, and the first epic mistake that I made is that I didn't realise there was parking across the street for a hell of a lot cheaper than valet parking costs. It will cost you $70 for a 24-hour stop, or actually just overnight here, which is ridiculously expensive. I couldn't believe it actually. I only just noticed this as I just came out now to start recording. Anyway, let's head in and let's head up to the Marilyn Monroe suite. Come on. It's also said to be very haunted. Do you believe that kind of thing? So the Marilyn Monroe suite is not actually based in the main hotel, it's through here by the pool. Notice the stonework on the floor, it's everywhere. The pool is just through there, we'll see that a little bit better as we head up the stairs. Here is the famous pool, the Roosevelt. Very quiet, obviously this time of day. What time is it actually? Nearly 7 o'clock. So I did arrive quite late. They say if you see the picture of Marilyn, you've gone too far. There it is. The Marilyn Monroe suite. Bit nervous. Okay, that's really weird. As I've walked in, I can really smell a very strong smell of coffee. Has someone been in here and made a coffee or what? You know when you're selling a house, you're supposed to put a pot of coffee on because it seems more welcoming? Well, as I walked in here, it did seem very welcoming. I bet you thought I was going to say I could smell perfume or something like that, but no, I didn't. So the style of the room has not changed much. The bed is very interesting, which is just behind me. I'll show you that in a second. It's kind of like in this padded room. Yeah, more about that in a minute. First of all, slightly worried as I walked in, what looks like, is that like a fist? I think so. I hope they're not gunshots. How do you open it? I can't get to the... That's probably why someone's punched it, because I can't get in the fridge. Ooh. Again, that is just ridiculously big. I am sure none of this is complimentary. Shame. And we've also got a freezer if we want it. What is it with these hotels in America? They love giving you big old fridge and freezers. Here is that coffee machine I could smell. Weird though. Doesn't smell like it's been on. Doesn't feel like it's been on. That almost looks like a little bit of a welcome pack, but yeah, it's not. That's the mini bar. Luckily, it's not censored, so we can have a good old look. We've got some gummy bears, Hotel Roosevelt playing cards, some hydration stuff, Kit Kat, Snickers, Swedish Fish, Pringles, crisps. There's alcohol everywhere. I mean, and obviously if you're out of charging, I bet you have to pay for these, but especially for the price of the room. Hotel Roosevelt flip-flops, how much are they? $26. What's that? Oh, a cap. This worktop looks pretty old. I wonder if this was here when she was renting this place out. A couple of bottles of water. Oh, don't get confused. That's $11. Evian, $11. But don't worry, because the complimentary water is clearly labelled and it's there. I bet this sink has seen some action. Looks like it has. Look at that. Okay, let's check out the living room. Now, First impressions, the couch has seen better days. Think about the amount of people that have probably, you know, been on this couch, scratched it. Like, it's really worn, like really bad. I think this cushion, is it dirty or does it just look like that? You have to let me know in the comments. It feels, ooh, really dirty. Love the rug though. Really worn. Is that snake skin? Table, interesting. Comes with a book about historic hotels of America. You do know apparently this room is supposed to be highly paranormally active. I hope not. Big TV, and when I first walked in just to double check the room, that was not there, so that's just sadly fallen off that plant. Is that orchid or something? What kind of plant is that? Is that an orchid? At least it's real. It wasn't me that knocked it off. So we have the dining room, again with these leather seats, which again, they are really worn. At least the table's clean though. And you've also got two big balcony doors, and this is why Marilyn loved this suite so much, because she wanted to be close to the action and hear all the people in the pool. Feels like a bit of a dance studio with all those mirrors over there. Coming in here, we've got a little office area, funky chair. Is that acrylic? I like that. Didn't notice this before. Hi-fi. Look at that, a Bose sound system. Another lovely photo of Marilyn there. Now, there was supposedly a haunted mirror that used to be in this suite or somewhere in the hotel, but they've moved it now. We'll have to try and find that later on. Wardrobe with all the essentials. And then we come to the bathroom. I guess I expected the bathroom to be a little bit more, how do you say, glamorous than it is. I mean, it's pretty basic. The toilet looks very lonely over there in the corner, and the grey isn't doing anything for the vibes of this hotel room. The shower almost feels like, you know when you have one of those outside showers at a swimming pool abroad? That's what it feels like. That's what it looks like. All the fresh towels we want. Not going over the top with the free complimentary items though. You don't get to see that a lot in the UK hotels, do you? A soap and a soap stand. How many people are we saying for this shower though? Because it is pretty big, I definitely think we can get 1, 2, 3, we can get 6 people in here. Although the shower head is pretty small, so won't be much fun. Don't worry, I've took my shoes off for this. Marilyn Monroe's bed. I was a bit, oh, is that a TV? Anyway, what I like about this bed is how it feels like it's sunken in here, but also feels a little bit freaky with all this soft padding. It's a shame they didn't have any on the roof, because that would have been even better. But there's a couple of night lights, and also there's a photo of someone that you might recognize behind me. Okay, so I'm curious, I've got 2 remotes. Which one actually works the telly? Try that one, and try that one. But this would be a new one for me, laying in bed and watching TV, and you don't have to raise your head up or anything. But this is the reason why she loved this room so much, because of the pool. Let's go check it out. I know there's another balcony up there, but you know, this place is on Hollywood Boulevard, so it is the place to be seen for celebs to hang out in the pool. And if you're staying in a suite, well, you have a perfect view of just staring at celebrities. Probably look a little bit awkward, but also what's awkward is the fact that when you are standing up here, everybody seems to stare at you. We'll check out the pool in the morning. But the balcony is really long. Couple of seats, that's about it. So you can see into the beds. And it's a shame there's no like sun lounges out here, but just so you can get the scale of how long this balcony is. Look at that. As the hotel is very exclusive, and obviously I don't want to annoy any celebrities that might be in the hotel with my filming, I'm going to wait until a lot later tonight. And actually it's probably a little bit better because we might be able to explore and find things that we wouldn't normally be able to find. You know what it's like. I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm not actually going to eat in the hotel because I'm going to eat here. Pink's Hot Dogs. It's been in LA now for over 84 years. Their hot dogs apparently are amazing. I have had one in the past and I'm just trying to remember what it tasted like. I think I went for a chili cheese dog. Apparently there's always a queue no matter what time of day it is because this place is open like, what is it, 24 hours a day? There's only 2 people there, so no queue. So let's go and get one. Oh, better not jaywalk. Cross over at the... And now there's absolutely no queue. See, I thought you used to order here, but I don't think you do anymore. So go around here. I go for a chili cheese dog with bacon, please.
Mustard and onions?
No onions.
Okay.
Just a little bit of mustard, a little bit of tomato sauce, please. And what's famous about Pink's is the famous people that have eaten here. I mean, anyone you can think of. I mean, Jim Henson's productions are just literally up the road. The Fonz there. Bad Boys. Hollywood legends. It makes you think: have they actually eaten here, or have they just sent a photo and signed it? Because that makes it more believable. Gloria Estefan.
$15.49.
Thank you.
Any drink for you, sir?
Some woman tried to nick my chili cheese dog. I know this is extremely unhealthy, but it's okay to have something like this every once in a while. Just look at that. It smells so good. Now I've tried to replicate this at home, but as Gabby will tell you, never quite got it. I think because at home with chili, we always put kidney beans in it, and I don't think they've got kidney beans in it. The bacon's extra crispy, which I always cremate, and I think the bread as well was just so light. How can I do this without it going absolutely everywhere? I can't. I mean, alright, it's not world famous, but it's certainly famous in California. This used to be the only location, but I think they've got like one in Vegas now and somewhere else. See, something like this would never work in the UK, would it? A big hot dog stand that would attract celebrities. Saying that though, there was a guy doing jagged potatoes I saw the other week on YouTube who's got a massive following, so maybe, you never know. Do they have their own hotel? Or is this just standard accommodation? So weird when you come into a hotel reception and the roof is so low that you can't see up the stairs. Interesting design. Reception's down there. Do you know what this reminds me of? Of that Disney hotel, haunted hotel ride at Disneyland. Because the music's on, the lights are on, but it's just so quiet. Oh, the pianos. Not allowed to play. There's a huge fireplace. Look at that fireplace. What an amazing room, so much history. I mean, it does look like a film set. Let's head up the stairs. Is this the mirror? The Marilyn Monroe mirror? I think it might be. Now, this was actually removed. I don't know if it is. If it is, it was removed from the room because it was scaring guests, because apparently her reflection would show in the mirror. I could be wrong because there's loads of mirrors everywhere. So one of the first few Oscars were held in this room up here, which I'm sure won't be open. Some hotels like to lock all the doors at night. Other hotels just like to leave them all open. It's just pot luck, especially when you're exploring. I tell you what, the music being so loud and just because it's so quiet is really creepy. What's that about? Is that a real library? Look at that. First book I see, a Stephen King novel, The Dark Half. I don't think I've ever heard of that one. I wonder if any of those are first editions. If they were, they wouldn't just be out there like that. Didn't expect to see that. Okay, so we'll have a better look around in the morning, because I thought actually it would be great because the hotel is quiet, but obviously, unlike most hotels, all the function rooms and all the special rooms that I wanted to show you, the doors are locked, typical. So I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Morning. Actually, I slept pretty good, considering this is supposed to be one of the most haunted rooms in the hotel. The bed was really comfy. I didn't get any kind of vibes of Marilyn Monroe around. The only annoying thing is that whoever decided to go swimming at 4:30 in the morning, thanks for that. Because obviously being so close, you definitely hear it. So I bought some earplugs and I put them in and I was good. I would have used that Nespresso for a coffee, but there's no milk or sugar, which I was a bit confused about yesterday, because I was like, did I not see that? Is it in the fridge? No, it's nowhere. So we'll have to get a coffee when we go for breakfast. Come on. It's a cross between an American diner and a pub right on Hollywood Boulevard. So I've gone for pancakes with a side of bacon and some chocolate chips. Good. Former resident of the hotel. Apparently this is the massage garden. Anyone know what that's about? It's padlocked. It's just a... What is that? It's quite chilly this morning actually for LA. It has been really warm. Goodbye. There you go, you can see my room just there. They've got a very strict policy here of not reserving sunbeds. Imagine what it must have been like here though when Marilyn Monroe was in that suite. She spent a lot of the time by the pool. She had parties up there. I've seen other YouTube videos on that room and people being able to talk to Marilyn and spooky things happening, but no, just it felt like a really nice atmosphere. They could do with changing some of the furniture though. So last night there was a few places that I couldn't check out in the hotel, but luckily just a minute ago one of the porters took me to a very special room. This was where the first Oscars took place, in the actual Blossom Ballroom here at the Roosevelt Hotel. Amazing history. And then he said, do you want to go and check out the roof with the famous sign?
Like I said, it's basically like a blank canvas now, but they set up some of these like premieres and
wow.
They shoot stuff up there a lot.
Also has one of the best views of Hollywood Boulevard, the Kodak Theatre and the Chinese Theatre. Look at that. I mean, I know it's just a rooftop and a sign, but obviously it's iconic. There's been movies, promotions, exclusive celebrity parties up there. You just wouldn't believe it. So I've got around about an hour before I check out, and it'd be wrong being this close to Hollywood Boulevard if we didn't go and take a walk. Come on. And then here we are on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It stretches quite far in both directions. I mean, just in front of the hotel we've got John Chambers, have no idea who that is, Holly Hunter, Randy Quaid, Julio Iglesias, Vanessa Williams. So if you're unfamiliar with Hollywood Boulevard, it's where a lot of the famous movie premieres take place. The Chinese Theatre, which is just there, and then further up the Kodak Theatre where the Oscars happen every year. There's also Jimmy Kimmel, Saturday Night Live, just up there. They always say walking around Hollywood Boulevard you see the strange, the weird and the wonderful. Well, randomly I couldn't sleep because I've still got jet lag, and I came out here at 4 in the morning and there was nobody on the street at all, apart from a few people that should have been in bed. There's the Chinese Theatre, which recently just had the premiere to Beetlejuice. When I first came here, I think it was back in 2006, it was, they were selling Star Tours all over the place. So you can take these buses and they'll take you literally just yards away from Hollywood Boulevard and show you where all the stars live. There you go, look, showbiz, Spider-Man and Catwoman. Now I remember when I was a kid growing up in the 90s, I used to see stuff about Hollywood and the Walk of Fame all the time, and you don't seem to see much about it these days. What some people do when they don't want to pay for the tours, they closely follow some of these because they take you around to some filming locations and celebrity homes. It is quite funny. I did one of those and there was a couple of hanger-oners, so to speak. There are certain stars that people seem to like to have their photos taken more than others. Some serious fresh fruit going on. I wonder if it still means the same for most actors now as it once did to have your name on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I think now that fame has changed and you can become famous in so many other different ways, I mean like TikTok and stuff like that, does it really mean anything anymore? This place does though. This is where the Oscars take place every year, and you can't walk into the theatre, but you can imagine, or you can do the walk that the celebrities do, coming down the red carpet, and all on the walls are the winners from previous years. Might not be a red carpet, but still red stairs. And that's the main room where the Oscars happen. And what's crazy is they've got the next 10 years or 20 years of winners all ready to go. Look at that, 2048, followed by 2049 and so on. They're going up to 2071. So what can they do when they get to the end? Not have them here anymore? See, the hotel itself is a tourist attraction. It looks brilliant at night.
If you're interested, just come on up to the door and purchase your ticket. The next tour will be starting.
Do they still do this when they put people's
11:35.
hands
And of course,
in cement?
if you have any questions about the theater, the handprints, or even about the neighborhood itself, you could come on up to the door, ask us anything.
It's full of
and we'll
them.
be happy to help you.
Look at that, Jimmy Stewart from 1948. In the previous years I've come here, I've never seen that. Have your own star look. I'll do it for you. Obviously it's not permanent. I got the final bill. So how much did it cost to spend one night at the Hollywood Roosevelt in the heart of Hollywood in a true iconic hotel, in a true iconic room, the Marilyn Monroe suite? As always, it's not as simple as that because of tax. But anyway, the room rate, and I'll put this in dollars and I'll put the conversion underneath it, came to $857.65. Now the valet was the most expensive that I've actually experienced on my trip to LA. It cost $70 a night. And I was absolutely gutted to know that there was a car park opposite that would have saved me at least like $15. There was a California tourism fee which came to $2.57, followed by a Los Angeles tourism fee of $17.15, and then the occupancy tax of $120.07. What's with the 7 cents? I mean, really, how did they come up with that figure? Bringing the grand total of my stay to $1,067.44. What did you think? Is it worth the money? Obviously that room for me was just about staying in where Marilyn Monroe used to reside at the Hollywood Roosevelt. I know it's an iconic room, but they could change the sofa, or at least patch it up a little bit. The bed was really comfy. I didn't dare touch the mini bar, and the pool was pretty good. And I didn't see any ghost of Marilyn Monroe walking around the hotel, or did I sense her in my room. Some people will be gutted about that, but I was very happy. Tell me what you thought in the comments. Please make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Remember to hit that subscribe button. There's more LA content here and here. I'll see you next time.